Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Kelly Sheridan on behalf of the Greater Providence Chamber of Commerce in support of both bills, including Representative Morgan's estate bill that's not been called yet. We support all bills. This has been a priority for us for a number of years. From our perspective, the cliff is just simply unfair. It really is just wrong that an estate's got $975,000 pays taxes on back to $1, and an estate of $925,000 pays no estate tax at all. It just really is unfair. And we appreciate the limitations that the Division of Taxation and the fiscal staff has on doing a dynamic analysis. So we're left with a static analysis, but the data you just heard is consistent with what we hear from small business people over and over again. You can talk to almost any accountant in the state and any lawyer who does a substantial amount of estate planning, and they will all echo this, that we are losing people in their 60s and 70s, and hence we're losing the income tax revenue. It is almost a guarantee that we will save some of that income tax revenue, because we have people with high net worth people are really feeling they have an obligation to their children and their grandchildren to move. So we think this is something that really needs to be fixed. We'll leave it up to you what you do with the exemption level, whether you leave it as it is or move it to $1.5 million or $2 million. We'll defer with you on that. But this is one tax which we feel really, really needs to be reformed. And relatively speaking, in relation to, say, income or sales, it's relatively inexpensive reform. No disrespect, Representative Malik, but obviously income taxes and sales taxes are very important. But this is a relatively small amount of money for such fundamental reform of a tax structure. I mean, there's a reason that the entire estate tax only generates something slightly in excess of $30 million, and that is because we have already pushed the high net worth people out of the state. We think it's something that we really need to fix, and it's really not that expensive comparatively speaking.
Thank you, Kelly.